We now return to those loving, tender moments of cartoon boyfriends.
Hi everybody, this is Casual Rad, and let me tell you something. Brilliantly animated music videos have brought them to the world's attention. If I had a prom, this band would definitely play in it. If you had a young gaming or anime fan in your home, this would be a great present. And of course, we're not talking about the We Talk About Our Cartoon Boyfriends podcast, but the Lead Street Boys, once again. The Lead Street Boys croon otaku-centric pop songs. These are all from like different news sites, by the way. This one's from Anime News Network. But if we were a band, that'd be a pretty great handle to have. Speaking of band, here are my band of misfits. Let's go around. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, my cartoon boyfriend is, Pepsi Man.
It's okay, you made it. Do you need help?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Thank God. I'm Samanthuel. I don't have a cartoon boyfriend this time. I just think that Tom and Jerry should kiss.
What a brave take.
Better myself. My God.
My God. Glorious.
My Lord.
All right.
I'll take a go.
Yeah.
I am Yugo, and not a cartoon boyfriend, but I do have a cartoon son.
Whoa.
And it's son
Unprecedented.
Teletubbies.
Yeah.
Little known fact.
Yes. The son from Teletubbies is a girl.
Oh fuck! I don't know anything.
Welcome back to the podcast, Yugo. We're glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
Claire, I see you in the corner.
Hi.
Introduce yourself.
I'm trying to be shy, but I guess it's not working.
Shy in your own podcast?
I am Claire. My
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
And a cartoon boyfriend is Infirmon from Digimon, and I'll send a picture of it so you can put it.
Yeah.
Infirmon. Let's be real here.
I gotta look at this guy. Yo!
I love this guy. I'm something of a provocateur, and I want to restart the Digimon versus Pokemon argument. I think kids should be. I think kids should be arguing about that still, and they stopped. And
Oh no, I think they should too. I love it when children argue about things that ultimately don't matter.
it's the least important thing in the world, but I think that
For them, it is.
I think children should start miniature warfare over this argument.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I was like, I liked both as a kid, so whenever people argued about it, I had to I was like a centrist, so.
Oh, gross.
Filthy fucking centrist.
And joining us on this podcast now and again is my parakeet Boo.
Hi, Boo.
Hello.
And my zebra finches, Mr. Big and Sir Isaac. I don't feel like leaving my room to record in a different place today, so you're just gonna have to deal with my birds.
That is acceptable. They're also guests. They have a lot about cartoons.
We love the song of a bird. We love it.
That is the having birds be present is the opposite of a problem. So
yeah.
Exactly. So us, as you listeners may know, we're currently stuck inside. You guys probably are currently stuck inside. I've been painting on the walls with this mysterious icky goop that I just found seeping from the floor. I've made
the quarantine wall goo.
Yeah.
You got the quarantine wall goo too?
Yeah, I've got the quarantine wall goo. If you have signs of the quarantine wall goo, call 1-800-CARTOON-BOYFRIEND right now. We'll send over your favorite cartoon boyfriend to just wipe it up. They're like a sponge.
Or you can call me and I'll pick it all off the wall.
Yeah, you go also do that.
My favorite quarantine activity is to gnaw on my walls. I like
what does it mean if I eat the goo?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm not saying I did. I'm just saying
for a friend.
For a friend.
I'm asking for a friend named Anyway, if it's a problem, it would be good for me to know, but I didn't eat it though.
Well, I mean,
Well, I have a.
you ever
What
seen?
color was the goo that your friend ate? What color?
Was it? That's
Color-
It was a new color.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You ever seen?
No.
You ever seen Akira?
I'm fond of it.
That's that scene where he just takes a lot of like vitamin C and he gets really big.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen to your friend.
Oh no, my poor friend.
You're gonna turn into
Well,
Ready to look like Megamind.
yeah.
You're gonna turn into a terrible flesh amalgamation. Oh, not you. Your friend.
No,
your
my friend. My friend.
Your friend. Your friend.
Oh no! Well, I'm really worried about my friend, but
Well,
it's
luckily we have a solution for you. If you call 1-800-Cartoon-Boyfriend right now, I look back at the screen, and you enter the extra number 323. You can get an extra cartoon boyfriend that'll be there during your last moments. To console you.
I have a little message, and this isn't on behalf of everyone, but I just want to say that eating that goo was probably one of the best decisions my friend ever made, and I recommend all of you at home to relinquish yourself and just put that goo in your nasty mouth.
Well, it depends on the color. You ate the nude goo.
Yeah, if you eat red goo, your head will turn blue. Eat blue goo, and your head, like Megamind, will grow.
And I heard the Megamind look is really hip in 2020.
That's true, actually. People. It's like a news. It's like a news section where like we're all like sitting on like that weird like U table. It's like people are actually horny for Megamind. Studies say right here in this big book of studies. People think Megamind is cute. What do you guys say?
Really? People think Megamind is cute. Now I remember back in
they
2010 when my little daughter Susie wanted to go see Megamind. I thought, well, this guy doesn't look pleasant at all.
Well,
you do this a bit too well.
You know, in Cartoon Boyfriends, they say that Megamind's small head grew 3 sizes that day.
And that it did.
Normal mind.
Oh my god!
It shrunk 3 sizes, and he has a regular head now.
Dude, okay, that's gotta be the sequel to Megamind.
That's just a member of Brockhampton.
You know, sequel to Megamind would just be like them putting him in the juicer like fucking Violet Beauregard.
Oh my god! Squeeze his head.
Yeah, there's just juice.
Gotta pitch this to DreamWorks. We gotta pitch Normal Mind. They will fucking love it.
DreamWorks, I'm sick of this Megamind towering over me. By the way, did you know that he's known as Rockmind in Japan?
Really?
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh my god.
Fun fact, everybody. While we're recording this podcast, every once in a while, I'm going to cut away to my screen, which is currently playing Tony Hawk Underground 2 Pro Edition. I'm playing as Cool Spot on a Taco Bell map. So
oh my god!
Everybody whose eyes are just directly to the screen and they like just look at the screen for exactly like I don't know, like an hour, 40 minutes, however long it's going to be.
Yeah.
Keep a lookout for a Cool Spot doing a sick ollie.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Coughing. You made me laugh too hard.
If you're like listening in a format that doesn't have video, you just have to take our word for it. But Cool Spot is going off the chains right now.
Yeah, he's actually freaking the fuck out.
Visualize it in your mindscape, dude. Visualize it with your third eye. Imagine Cool Spot.
It's unbelievable.
7-Up mascot.
What was the plot?
Fat ollies at Taco Bell.
What Cool Spot has enemies in the game, but what did they like want to do with him?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. He was just in the beach, and people were like, "I hate this motherfucker."
Usually,
that's
like
what people do to me.
Oh my god.
Usually,
I go outside and people are like, "Oh, I hate this bitch."
Oh my god.
No.
Oh no, I wouldn't I'd never.
I'd be
but
like, whoa, it's Claire.
I mean, fast food mascots and whatever drinks, they fall into like two categories. Like if they're selling it to you or they're trying to steal it from you, and
That's true.
or people are trying to, and if they're the mascot, that's people are trying to steal it from them.
Yeah.
So like,
usually.
cool spot. You know, he's trying to sell you some 7-Up, but like, does he have foes? Do people like want to kill Cool Spot? Do they want to eat him
Pepsi
or
Man.
something?
No, Pepsi Man, his loving boyfriend. Come on, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry.
True.
I was just trying
Cool
to think like other
Cool
soda
Spot.
competitors.
Go on.
Cool Spot is a pocket-sized boyfriend that like Pepsi Man like slips into like a little CD case he keeps with him.
Man, I need some serotonin. Come on out,
Pepsi
boyfriend.
Man. I don't know if you've. I saw Pepsi Man the other day, and I was
Really?
like, dude, nice messenger bag. Like, nice messenger bag he got there, Pepsi Man. It's like, thanks, my boyfriend Cool Spot lives in there. He's not with me today, though. He's at home. He's like...
Oh, yeah, because of current situations. I understand completely, you know.
Yeah,
Okay,
Pepsi Man
what
was
if
just
the
out.
polar bears from Coca-Cola are enemies?
Listen, I was actually gonna mention, since I'm one of the like 3 people who just genuinely loves Cool Spot, like unironically, and have merch of him right here.
I love Cool Spot.
All right, but do you have Cool Spot merch, Claire? I spent $20 on this shitty wind-up toy.
It's not a lot.
It's on my desk, and I love it. It's actually really cute. Thanks to whoever was selling it at Etsy. There's only one left, so thanks. You could have like totally like scammed me, and like sent me like a funny IOU. But thanks for being legit.
A treasure.
It is a treasure.
Cool
really.
Spot. I think Cool Spot, like Pepsi Man, you know, people, there's like an irony, like people like, oh, Pepsi Man, funny game and whatever. I don't see that so much of Cool Spot, so I don't know. All I think of,
He needs to come back.
a while ago they did cherry 7-Up, and I found something with it that made me never drink it again. It's that if I let it like sit on my tongue for more than like 2 seconds, it would like cause a burning sensation. I don't think that maybe it's just
You
really...
might be allergic to cranberry.
No, but I asked my friend to do the same, and like it hurt him too. So if it's
it's the lack of
I don't know.
It's the lack of cool in the drink. The drink doesn't go down.
Maybe. I think it was just
poison.
Maybe it was just really, really fizzy. I don't know. It's like super carbonated.
Yeah, 7-Up's kind of hard on the stomach. My dad like brought 7-Up a while ago. He's just been bringing like weird sodas that I would like. He brought like Mellow Yellow. I'm like, oh okay, I'll drink this. It's here. I was just been drinking 7-Up. I was like, huh, this is all right. I like Cool Spot smiles. But yeah, his only enemies are like crabs.
Yeah, in the game, he's like
crabs,
on a beach.
Crabs and lobsters and hermit crabs just hate this guy.
Yeah, maybe.
Now,
maybe
my power is that I don't drink soda.
I don't either, really. Not anymore. Not since then.
I don't like.
I'm a college
like
student who plays a lot of video games.
But
I'm very.
My fucking elixir, Snapple Peach Tea.
Oh yes. Oh yes, I love that shit.
I drink that shit like water.
I don't like soda. The bubbles hurt me. They're too strong.
Yeah, that is how I feel about it. I don't like carbonation.
Same, I can't do it.
I drink.
Feel it.
If I have too much soda, I'll get eroded. I'm made of chalk.
Oh no, Chalkland.
No,
I just like the idea of you like being
Diet Coke. No one put Coke on Samanthuel. She's made out of menthols.
Yeah, it's really my life is hell, but
like
it's
Mentos?
fine.
Mentos, yes.
You said menthol, like the cigarettes.
I'm a spokesperson for the tobacco industry now, I guess. So
Oh, no.
You're made out of Mentos and menthols.
Yeah,
a deadly combination.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What if you met like a really heavy smoker who just loves like diet Coke?
Yeah. What if though, like forbidden combination or unlikely romance?
Find out next time on We Talk About Our Cartoon Boyfriend C.
Yeah. Enemies to lovers, lovers to fuckers.
Oh my god.
Let's think about a forbidden romance
hold on.
between Diet Coke and Mentos.
Hold on. As much as I'd like to do that, Claire, I point at you. You're bald.
No.
No.
Anyone else want to try me? Huh?
I'm already bald. I shaved all of my hair off.
Oh yeah, that's right. Congrats.
Now I'm my own STEM toy. So
smart. That's actually smart.
Yeah, it was smart. And now the wind feels different whenever I go outside, so it's great.
I feel that.
I can feel everything.
I actually shaved off like my beard entirely like 2-3 weeks ago, which is like a big forbidden thing for Casual Rad, but I did it.
Oh my god.
It felt weird, but I got it back. Hold on.
Do you think it'll like grow back twice as strong though, right?
Oh yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's already back pretty much. It's like small, short, but
2 inches tall,
3 inches wide, 4 inches small.
4 inches round.
Whenever my friend says, "Hey, can you tell me a bedtime story?" I always start with that. I always say, "There once was a friend named Grawley who's 2 inches tall, 3 inches wide, 4 inches small." Grawley, if you're listening, I love you, buddy. Have a great sleep. Anyways.
Oh, 4 inches. I always say 4 inches round.
See, I used to say round, but then I remembered it was small because I forgot the rhyme. Anyways, cartoons.
What's the diameter?
Oh, I'm not good at math.
How do you measure the x of
my good friend trying to sleep?
Yeah,
he looks like one of those like it's like those toys where it's like a blanket inside, but like it's like a plush toy and it's like a round ball.
Oh, yeah,
I know the ones.
Got their
I'm
names.
just gonna call them. I'm gonna call them some shit like blanket moles or some shit.
Like blanket ball Z.
Blanket ball Z.
If we get all the if we get all the blanket balls, we could go to sleep.
Just all takes place
all
in
of
one
it.
day.
What's the power level of this teddy bear?
They need to get all 7 of them because they have 7 friends and they can't share one blanket.
That would be weird.
It's not big enough. It's not big enough. All right. And they want to have a slumber party for all of their friends.
That would be funny. I think there are like 7 Z fighters, so it works out.
Yeah, there's Goku, Boku, Toku,
Gordita, Enchilada,
Roku from Avatar.
Roku from Avatar.
It's true.
Roku the device.
Bembo from the podcast, he's in there.
And Horn Dog.
Oh my god.
My friend Matthew.
The red guy from Cow and Chicken.
I think we've done more than 7.
No. Some of them fuse into one. It's like Steven Universe.
The Red Ranger from Kira Major.
Yeah. But before we continue listing off, Dragon Ball Z, Sleepy Z, Ball Z, Sleepy Blanket Ball Z characters. I think it's time to get into the first topic.
Oh boy. Wait, before we start the first topic, I just want to say I remember I have a cartoon boyfriend now because of Dragon Ball Z, and it's
what is it?
What's his name? The guy with 3 eyes. He's cool.
Tien's awesome. Tien's a good pick.
Tien's
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's my boyfriend now.
Tien, if you're listening, hit me up.
Yeah. Hey.
Drama in the cartoon boyfriends.
Rad and Samanthuel fight for his affections.
It's like one of those like E with the exclamation point TV shows.
Yeah.
The Real House Friends.
I watch you fight.
I said I liked him first, you slag.
I knew Tien since high school.
I confessed my love to him at prom.
I'm Muscle Man and I'm in the conversation. Thanks, Muscle Man. Shout out to Muscle Man, everybody.
Shout out to that funny little green man. Oh, we miss him.
Oh,
shout out to Muscle Man.
All right. Now that we've gotten all the important stuff out of the way.
Yes.
Popeye's
back.
Resurrected from the grave, baby.
Let me actually get like the article up so I can like read it.
Now this fills me with joy because there are so many canceled projects that I mourn. I mourn the loss of the Steven Spielberg animated Cats movie. I mourn the loss of Silent Hills.
Yes.
Going out.
I'm more the loss.
Can I just
me and my
shadow
shadow?
that I mourn, but I don't have to mourn Popeye anymore. He's back.
I mourned it already, and now I'm like, oh my god, resurrection is possible. And
it's like Lazarus.
It is like Lazarus.
Hey, wait a minute. Popeye's back. Gendy Tartakovsky's back on track.
Yeah. And I thought I was the rapper of the group.
Yeah. Turns out I'm saying words
rap
too. Yes.
But yes, the article, or at least the Twitter headline, because I don't want to, read an entire article, says Popeye CG animated movie project by Gendy Tartakovsky, Samurai Jack Primal, is back with King Features. And then, for people who don't know, there's an animation test made in 2014 that people rediscovered a few years later because that's just how things are.
Yes.
Of Popeye, animated by Gendy, and it was amazing. Because I love Popeye. I used to be like that kid who beg my dad to buy the 1,000 classic old timey cartoons box sets in Walmart, and I would watch them all, and I would connect with Popeye because my parents also liked Popeye back in Cuba.
Yes.
So they would sing it in Spanish, and I would join in. It's like Popeye Marino soy, Popeye, all that stuff. And it's filled with good memories. My wish for this new version. I know they made him young because they wanted to appeal to more audiences. I would like it if they made him old again.
I like
old Popeye.
What I really liked about the test animation is that Popeye was voiced by Tom Kenny. I love Tom Kenny.
That was a good pick.
Yeah.
So I hope that they get him back.
I assume they can.
Yeah.
I feel like they can. So it's being produced by Features, and I just went on their website, and they're also producing the Cuphead cartoon with Netflix. That's pretty cool.
Wow, that's cool. I actually got some friends working on that, so that's a neat little funsy.
I'm
so interested to see how it moves and what it looks like,
and how just how it works in general. How do the characters interact? Do they all just hate Cuphead and Mugman, or are they
I mean, you look at Betty
It'd be
Boop
really
cartoon.
funny if Cuphead and Mughead or Mugman or whatever the fuck is
Cuphead and Mughead.
Mughead walk out of their little cartoon house, and everyone's like, "Fuck you!"
That'd be so
throw
sad.
a brick through their window and while they're sleeping.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And it says, "We know what you did."
God, we can only hope.
If you ever watch old Betty Boop cartoons, she's just being people are hostile to her for no reason, and then she
in old cartoons, everyone was hostile. Everyone, I know that people throw around the word feral quite a lot, but people were feral in those cartoons.
They were.
That's a good word choice for that, actually. It's so true.
It is. It's like a world where we've all been. It's a world where humanity is reduced to beasts, and
I'm looking at what King Features owns, and apparently they not only own Popeye and therefore the Robin Williams Popeye film, but also they produced Yellow Submarine.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I
own
saw
Hermine.
Which is interesting.
I love Yellow Submarine, and I need to add that
maybe
not my cartoon boyfriend, but maybe one of my cartoon best friends. Fucking Jeremy Hillary Boob, PhD.
Yes,
I love
him.
him. I love him
little
too.
Man.
I actually haven't seen Yellow Submarine. I plan to very soon.
I've never been here myself, but talking about the Robin Williams Popeye film, did you know that the set for that movie is still there?
What?
Where?
It's in Malta, and they never took down the set, and you can just go there, and it's like a tourist attraction now.
Oh, that's so cool! No way.
I know it because my dad went there, and he was telling me about it, and it's like, well, I don't know if the film was that good, but the set was great, so
we gotta go back.
Yeah, so.
Back to the past.
It's literally just called the Popeye Village now, and you can just go there. So
we gotta go there. That'll be our first cartoon.
Wait, I'm gonna post a picture of it, and you can put it in the in the video form.
Yeah.
It's a Wikipedia thing, and it's just the set from the movie, and it's still there,
awesome.
intact.
Oh my god.
It's awesome. Oh my god.
Popeye
I know.
is
I
so
love shit
weird.
like this.
You can just go.
My-
Holy shit, this is like a whole ass place.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the places I really want to go to at some point. I also want to go. And this is
Where is
a
this
very
again?
specific. It's in Malta. I don't
what is
exactly know where that is. I don't know where it is, but if you search Popeye Village, you'll get there.
It's awesome.
I'm spitting it in my head. Popeye Village. Popeye Village. I'm rotating it in my mind. I want to go.
I also really want to
Popeye
go. This is a
Village.
very specific one that none of our audience will get, but they should. I really want to go to Portmeirion in Wales because it's where they filmed The Prisoner, and it just looks weird as hell. It's a good show.
Ooh.
So
What was I gonna say? There's nothing comes from St. Louis. We got the dude from Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
okay, so everything comes from there.
Everything comes from St. Louis. I don't know what I was saying.
Everything was born from St. Louis because Yo Gabba Gabba Man is from.
Yo Gabba Gabba's
So
sick.
Gabba Gabba's great.
Yeah, like honestly,
I mean,
that was like
Dude,
a great
Party in
resource.
Tummy.
the guy who invented the computer came from where I live.
Ooh.
Damn,
But
it's
also-
because
but
of him
also-
that we can record.
The guy he was there, and also it was mentioned in a Monty Python joke once, which is great.
Oh, who is the guy who plays the Hulk? What's his name?
Mark
shit.
Ruffalo.
Yeah, he is from Kenosha.
Mm.
I'm looking at
Huh.
I'm looking at all the guest stars they got for Yo Gabba Gabba. They got Erykah Badu on Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yeah,
amazing.
they got Jack Black.
Well, I know okay. I love Jack Black, but he's a lot more feasible to get, in my opinion, than Erykah Badu
Yeah.
or of Montreal, which is really weird. Or the Flaming
Oh.
Lips. A lot of them. A lot of them.
I think you just have to like vibe with Yo Gabba Gabba, and then
I love Yo Gabba.
They'll let
Gabba.
you in.
With that being said, I think it's time for us to get into the next topic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A small subtopic before we get into the big topic. Samurai Jack, if you right now, I'm saying this small because it's not going to be relevant like in a month or two. Everybody listening right now, there is a chance that Samurai Jack is still free on Adult Swim's website for
Ooh.
people to enjoy because we're stuck inside.
yes.
If
If
it is
by the time you're listening, it's not. Sorry.
Yeah, if it's not, then you can come to my house with like your pitchforks and torches.
If it's not available on their website, I recommend torrenting it. Sorry. I think someone
What's
just got.
Who was that?
Oh my god.
We just got some satellite interference.
Yeah,
there.
that was weird. Oh, what was that?
Yeah, I wouldn't know a thing about that.
Yeah,
But
you guys know that McDonald's sweet and sour sauce contains wheat and soy? That's crazy, man.
Damn.
God, wow. Anyways, hey, Midnight Gospel.
Oh my god.
You go.
If I could
This
talk
is
about something forever.
This is something I
What's
feel
it-
like you are more knowledgeable in. So
Yes.
I'm gonna let you take it from here.
Yes. So for the uninformed, Midnight Gospel is a show that takes podcasts from this guy named Duncan Trussell and has like semi tangential like storytelling in the background. And it is a beautiful show. And it's directed by the same guy who did Adventure Time, so it's got a little bit of that like influence in the more like esoteric episodes and stuff. If you're a fan of that and Adventure Time, then you will probably like this. And it's sort of a perfect like midnight show, because Midnight Gospel. But what I do is I wait until everyone's asleep, turn out all the lights, I light candles, I get some tea, and I watch it, and I just absorb it, and it's such a good
oh my
time.
god, you're just like creating like the mood for it. That sounds great.
Yeah, it's really
I
fun.
haven't watched it yet, so I think I know how to watch it now. But
Yeah, and while we're talking about Yellow Submarine a little bit earlier, and I feel like it has like similar visual vibes to that.
I saw the trailer for it, and like some people I was talking to, they were like saying like, "Oh, it looks kind of like edgy," and like I saw it. It's like I think you're being a little too harsh on this. This looks quite nice, but
Yeah, it's probably like the least edgy thing I've ever seen. It's very honest.
it looks.
I can
Yeah,
see
I
where they
thought
got it
that
from the
from the-
advertising. Because they're like, let's take like every swear they say in
Yeah.
the show and like cram it into like a minute 30, and like all this like gore, which isn't really. I mean, sure, there's like a little bit, but it's not like as prevalent. I think I've only seen like 2 episodes.
There's so many times I remember where things have been like advertised weirdly because they're like, well, Earthbound's the big example, obviously, where they like market it weird. But an example I remember, and this is me being like a little special interesty here, but I distinctly remember back in Toonami when they were advertising Gundam War in the Pocket, which is it's a very anti-war show, and there's barely any action in it because it's more about like a kid realizing that giant robots aren't cool because they kill people. And they advertised it. It's 6 episodes long, but the advert for it on Toonami was just all of the action scenes from it, and it's like, it's Gundam, awesome, big robots, and it's like,
God, I hate it.
hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
That's how they trick the Family Guy watchers to watch it.
Maybe.
Oh, if you like Family Guy, you'll love it. It's like, oh, I love Family Guy, but I'll watch it. And at the end, they're like, my life is never
the show.
Chance.
It ends with a child crying and like traumatized, and then the other kids console him by saying, "Don't worry, another war will start soon, and it'll be even more fun than this one." So it's like, and this is a cool series. Anyway, Midnight Gospel looks really good. I'm gonna watch it after this podcast.
I think for me, the thing that makes it really special is that these are all like real conversations, like they're real like podcasts. So there's just 2 people like shooting the shit about like, I don't know, like meditation, death. And I think one of the most special episodes is where the guy who's like hosting the show is talking to his mom, and it's a real conversation about his mom's like disease is like sort of developing and stuff. It's just really like beautiful and honest and really special, and I think everyone will really get a good kick of it. I may or may not have cried a lot.
Wow.
Time that you've been talking about this, I have been listening, but also I've been like deeply analyzing my hands and my fingers.
Yeah, what have you found?
Looking at all like the swirls in like my fingertips and palm.
I'm gonna join you in doing that.
Yeah, I think I'll do it too.
Yeah.
Everybody, stop right now. Look at your hands.
Tell us about. Your fingerprint is like a kind of constellation on your hand, and what will you learn from it? What's in the middle of that maze?
Sounds like a Jake the Dog quote. Your fingerprint is like a constellation on your head. Go on, you go. Sorry.
I have an interesting thing with my hands. See, physically, I look to be about 12 years old. The reason for that all of my age went into my hands. I've got these little baby ass grandma hands. They are so incredibly wrinkly. Like the rest of me, I'm 24 now, and I could pass as like a middle schooler. And if I show up my hands, that's like waving an ID card. Like if I try to go into a bar, they're like, "You can't come in. You look like you're 12." I hold up my hand, they're like, "Oh no. Grown."
You show your hand and
right away.
You show your hand and like, are you like wearing like a bracelet that like puts all of your wrinkles into your hands, and then if you take it off, they come back?
I wish that was the case, because it's really a mystery. It's really a mystery to me. Like it could be solved with like, oh, maybe I spent too much time in the bathtub as a kid, but no, it's just this anomaly.
Like, I think you're just gonna stay like that, but then like in a couple years your hands will have like exposed bone and like really long fingernails and claws. So
you'll be like 35.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready to fully transform into like a vampire or something. I can feel it coming.
It's only a matter of time. See, I have the opposite problem as you, Yugo. I ever since I was 16 and I decided to grow out my beard for the first time, people thought I was like 30, and it's been that way ever since.
Oh my God.
But I've got baby hands. Like, they're very soft, very smooth. There's not a wrinkle on them. The only thing that would make me look old is the hair on my knuckles, which there is a lot of.
Oh.
But aside from that, I've got pretty baby. I think they're a bit small. I don't think they're a bit small. They're a bit like average, smaller than average, just by like a tiny bit. But like, yeah, I think about it. No one ever mentions them, so I have no reason to be conscious. But like, I think about like how I have like really like average to like smaller than average hands, and I'm like a big guy, right? I'm like 6 foot, 6'1", like almost a bit over 250. But I've got these very delicate hands. And now that I think about it, I think the reason is because my mom would always use like this like skin softener, smoother. What is it, like the cream that mom would just like rub? Lotion. Sorry, I forget words sometimes.
That's okay.
You got all kinds of ingredients in your secret sauce. You got soft hands, buddy boy.
Someone
but I would
took a picture of me petting a cow like 2 years ago, and someone commented, "Your hand looks like a baby hand," and that comment has never left my mind. Even my hands look normal.
That could be like a compliment, or it could be like someone's like throwing shade. Like, your hand looks like baby hands. Look at my real man
What's
hand.
wrong with these people? I don't know.
But yeah, my mom would always be like, "Hey, I've got like some extra lotion. I actually put it on my hand by accident. Do you want some?" And I was like, yeah, sure. And then I would just put it on my hand. And I guess that's why I've got very soft hands.
I was playing
Cats love me.
somewhere with my mom, and then I in the defense stance, I have my thumb pointed up all the way. And she's like, "Your thumbs are freakishly long," and I'm like, "Huh?"
What?
And then we put our hands together because as Rad knows, because I've told them, but
I know
I
everything
look
about Claire.
very much like my
Everything.
mother. Nearly every part of my body, like physically, is from. Apparently, I have longer fingers than her, including my apparently freakishly long.
Claire, you cut out a bit.
Oh,
You said freakishly long. The finger police, they got to you.
Oh,
You're
no.
coming with me.
thumb.
Under the line, freak.
Samanthuel, what about your hands? Are they weird?
I have small hands, even though I'm like 6'3", so
Yeah, see, okay, it's not just me. It's weird, isn't it?
yeah. I remember a time, like, when I was, like, 20 or something, before I came out, like, my grandmother, like, I was, like, we went out somewhere, and I was just, like, sat in a field drawing on our, like, day out, and then she came over to me, it's like, "You have really feminine hands," and it's like, validation.
That was like, that unlocked
That
the
was-
whole thing.
Well, I already knew, I just hadn't come
Yeah.
out, but then she said that, and I was like, wow, this is amazing.
And you
My
smile, you're like, you know what? I do.
And then, like the credits, like the credits roll.
Yeah.
No. You know,
I want a hand. I completed hand.
hand. It's like the movie credits roll. Hand. This film was a Cartoon Boyfriends production, starring Casual Rad as Grandma. You've got very feminine hands.
Why, thanks, Grandmama. I didn't say that because I'm not like.
funny.
That would be really
I
funny.
should have. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Gram.
No problem, sweetie. And then I like the wires like hoisting on me. I like lift up in the air.
Yeah.
Like in the movie production, I just like rise up. I'm not dead. I'm just like. Samanthuel, your story actually reminds me. Here's a fun fact for all you cartoon boyfrienders, boyfriend heads out there. I've got very like long lashes, on my face, and it's been like a thing that like people like point out no matter where I go, like ever since I was a little kid, and that was like my non-binary validation because I've got very
I love your eyelashes.
Thank you.
I also.
Go on.
Can I tell a little story about eyelashes?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is a very short story. It's not even really. It's a kind of a story, but anyway, when I was a kid, there was a girl in my class who was like staring at my eyes at one point, and I was like, "Wait, why are you looking at me?" I was like, "This is when I was about like 6 or something," and I was like, and then she said like, "Oh, I didn't know that you had eyelashes."
What?
She was
I
like,
didn't
"Oh,
know you had eyelashes.
Hello?
yeah," because I guess she was like, she thought that quote unquote boys didn't have eyelashes and only girls had eyelashes. So she was like, amazed that I had any, and it's like, wait. I have really, I do have like really long eyelashes, so maybe it's like, I don't know. It's just the fact that she said that to me, and it's like it's been in my mind ever since. So,
And baby.
But yeah,
I have really long eyelashes too, and you know I like them, but the only thing that bothers me about them is they brush against my glasses all the time, make them real dirty.
but does it make it? Do you think it makes a noise when they do, like the sound of like a fly scraping on the glass?
Like a microscopic sound that I can't hear.
Yeah.
I like that descriptor, like a fly brushing on glass.
Fuck, maybe. God, you're gonna make me so paranoid about it. Like every time I blink with my glasses on, I'm gonna have to like listen for it. God damn.
You're gonna hear a light
my
scraping noise.
Oh God, this is gonna be hell for me. Thanks, Samanthuel.
Speaking of noises, you know what sound effect I love? You know that sound Squidward
what?
makes when he walks away?
Yes.
Yes.
love
I
that
know
sound.
you
Yeah.
love it.
I love it
that.
because I can like recreate it. It's
Sound.
like,
Do it.
I have sometimes like when I've been walking for a while, my shoes make that noise.
really?
So
Your Squidward?
they do. Me
Your
Momo Squidward.
Mimo Squidward?
Yes.
Mimi Squidward.
Mimi Squidward?
Mimi Skibbard. Skibbard. Me.
SpongeBob, I can't believe that I'm Samanthuel.
Oh my god! I can't wait to go and play clarinet and work a shitty job.
Poor Squidward.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
wait. Speaking of SpongeBob, Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. I brought it back, baby.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the topic at hand. Woo!
They hydrated him again.
Yeah, it's like that like rehydrated Ganon thing from like a year ago that I like look back at with not so fond memories. But it's Squidward.
I think it was fine.
I think it was fine, but I have a story now. So around that time, I was working at a grocery store, which the job sucked, by the way, not fun.
Yes.
But I was working my usual shift so I could get money for this giant supercomputer that I am now currently running Tony Hawk Underground Pro as Cool Spot in Taco Bell, which, as you guys can see, for the viewers at home, I am still doing awesome ollies in. I was just getting the money. It was like late. It was like 7 or 6. And this, I was working with my buddy Chase. Shout out to Chase.
Shout out to Chase.
Hey Chase.
We were talking. I don't think he listens to the podcast, but we were talking about
Makes him listen to it.
Zelda, and we noticed that like the person at hand like had like a Zelda tattoo, and we're like, oh yeah, hell yeah, video games. Something to talk about while I like check your like eight cans of ragu, which you just had with you for some reason. Not gonna question it, you know. Sometimes you're hungry for ragu. And they mentioned rehydrated Ganon in real life. And that's what put me off. I was like, wait, what? This isn't like a thing. This is a thing that I have to encounter in real life. I don't like this anymore. Whenever like these internet things I have to like deal with in like my real life, which should be unaffected by this concerned bird app. But unfortunately for me, it wasn't even that bad. It wasn't even that bad of an interaction. It's just the fact that happened. I was like,
Yeah.
hello?
See, I thought there was gonna be like discourse about it. or
No,
something.
not even. It's just the fact that it's something I had to acknowledge during like my the time where I turn my brain off and pretty much forget about the internet for a solid like 3 hours. As I
You're
like,
not allowed.
I'm not allowed. They won't let me. They won't let me disconnect.
Oh my god.
Even
They
when I'm
won't let me
in like a
leave.
forest, like surrounded by lovely trees. They'll be like
You're permanent.
they'll be like
You're
a-
permanently jacked into the Matrix.
Yeah, like I'll see this like old like miner man and I'm like, hey, do you know about rehydrated Ganon?
And you're like, no, I don't.
I'm like, guess I'll have nobody to share this gold with. And then he just runs away like really quick. He's like really
Oh
fast.
my God.
He speeds away.
Like,
Yeah, like he's gone. I just lose like I don't know, like a couple hundred. I don't know how much gold costs. Invest in gold, kids. Don't invest in gold, kids.
invest in gold.
No, don't listen to Claire. Don't invest in gold. That was a joke. Please.
No, do it.
No,
I'm
don't
telling
listen to
you.
Claire.
Please listen to me.
Don't buy gold.
Don't buy gold. That's our lesson
Please
today,
listen to
kids.
me.
Don't buy gold. Yeah, SpongeBob rehydrated. Looks fun. I
Yes.
I found out that there's apparently very active speedrunning community surrounding that game.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, for real. Apparently, like
I'm not
Go on.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
but-
that game is like has a lot of like I wouldn't say bugs, but just things that like like you use to like bug out like a regular game. I was watching like a documentary on it by some dude who also like speedruns Battle for Bikini Bottom. So it's like neat that it's like from somebody who's a bit more reliable than like someone who's like I looked into it on Google a few times. Like I could talk about this. This is like not. This is like somebody who actually like does it regularly, which is neat.
They there's people who speedrun Mega Man Sprite game. So
Really?
I think I found this out a while ago. They even have they have multiple categories of speedrun as well. Like there's like 100% run and like no exploiting the errors they left in the game run, and and there's like a run for only getting the bad ending, which is like 15 minutes. I reckon I can. So it's like, wow, people have really spent their time to like master this game I made for a joke in 2012. So
Samanthuel, I gotta say something. I've actually never played Mega Man Sprite game. I gotta admit that.
That's all right.
That's
all right.
But, what if I just got into speedrunning it? What if that was like a thing? I was like, hey,
you could.
It'd be funny if I would just showed up to you like, I got the high score, and then I would like never like every speedrunner, I would like get as best as I could and then just not touch it for like a year or two.
I don't know if it's an active speedrunning community, so maybe. So, like, if you, like, beat the high score, which I expect you to have done so by the next time we do a podcast, then...
Oh, my God. I've put myself up too much.
Yeah. I mean, don't worry. I'll probably forget about it, so...
I'm gonna remind you.
You expect me to remember anything it's discussed on here? That's a tall order.
That's what the podcast wiki is for. Speaking of, thanks to everybody who still semi-regularly updates the podcast wiki. You don't have to, but you sure do. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it.
You know what? I like it. I appreciate it.
Oh no, I'm just saying
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it a lot.
Do we have a TV tropes page?
Oh, no, but that would be so cool.
What tropes do we have? Being stupid?
A crowning moment of awesomeness. Troper Tails badass long coat.
Trope when Claire fucking dissociates during the call and people like Claire and I'm like, huh?
Huh? Do you remember? Have you ever heard of Troper Tales? I don't think they do it anymore. But there was like a Troper Tale. It's like where you talk about the tropes that apply to your real life, and then there was like one for badass long coat for like someone who owns a trench coat. So.
Oh my God, no.
Long
ass
bad.
Own a trench coat? Do any of us own a trench coat?
No, I don't. The closest thing I own is like a jacket that looks like it's in another jacket.
I didn't get a badass long coat. I got a long ass bad coat. So.
Oh no.
A bad long ass coat. So
an ass coat.
You can keep going. You got this.
Yeah. a coat ass long bad.
Strong bad.
Strong bad bebop.
Strong bad bebop. Oh, what's I gonna say?
I love that.
I know a trope we fit in. It's called Band of Gays.
Yes. I remember there's like a trope called like butt monkey. I think I'm that. I don't know what.
What's a butt monkey?
It's like someone who. I think a butt monkey is someone who's frequently like targeted for jokes or something. I don't really know. I don't do TV tropes. Were we talking about SpongeBob? Did we ever actually say anything about it?
Once or twice.
Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated is a game that's come out and it's probably going to be good, but I never played the original game, so I have no say in the matter.
I think, as somebody who likes 2D platformers, I'm very happy for this. I am excited to get it. I've never actually played the original because I only had a Game Boy Advance and a Super Nintendo for a majority of my life. But I will still play it because I'm really interested in like. That's another thing I wanted to bring up. How like there are a lot of games coming out that are being remade that aren't necessarily like, well, world, we're now one of the best games of all time. They're just like games people like remember fondly. Like
they just like
they Battle for Bikini Bottom or like Destroy All Humans.
They like put Ty the Tasmanian Tiger on Switch, and it's like, yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Hold
just
on. Wait, guys. Okay, so I'm on Twitter right now. And I want to read...
That's how you always open it, Claire.
I want to read a thing from the r/relationships thing.
Sure.
All right, let's have it.
Let's have it.
Okay.
My 29 female boyfriend, 29 male, keeps getting into fights with a cook at Waffle House. I know this sounds really weird, but here it is. My BF and I have been together for 3 years. We met and started dating when we were both in grad school, but I dropped out to go back to college to pursue a different career. We're both finished now and live together, making a fairly nice combined income. Our income is relevant because we could afford to eat somewhere nice when we're out and about, but he always wants breakfast food. When he was a child, his dad couldn't stand eating breakfast-type food in the afternoon or evenings, so his mom would make him waffles/pancakes, eggs, and bacon in the evening whenever his dad was busy or out of town. It's a wonderful and safe memory for him, and when he goes to his happy place, he says it's where he always goes. My BF is an incredibly nice and caring person. Oh, man. I love
Oh boy.
He's emotionally tuned in to everyone and recognizes rising issues and a long time before they occur. He loves animals and is kind and gentle to every bug, bird, and pet he comes across. He's almost always willing to turn the other cheek in social situations where somebody tries to insult him or gets aggressive towards him, and usually winds up diffusing the situation and having a productive discussion about whatever the issue was. Except at Waffle House.
Oh man.
I see.
Hear it.
Anytime we're out, he wants to go to the same goddamn Waffle House and get breakfast food. I'm not a big eater, so I used to not really care. I would just drink coffee and read my book while he enjoyed his food. But that became impossible once he and this one cook started chirping at each other every time we went there. BF complained about his eggs one time because he likes them a little runny and they were served hard. The cook responded by giving him scrambled eggs. When he brought it up again, the cook serves him 2 hard-boiled eggs. I thought it was just part of the cook's shtick and it was kind of funny, TBH, but my BF wasn't able to laugh at all. When we left, he was in a kind of a bad mood, but he didn't really talk about it. The next week, we were out getting some shopping done, and he wanted to go to Waffle House again. I suggested that we try out a different place, or at least a different Waffle House location, but he only wanted the same Waffle House. We went in and sat down, and once again, the same cook served his eggs wrong. My BF sort of snapped at him that he wasn't interested in messing around and just wanted the correct eggs. The cook then served him a piece of toast with a hole cut in the middle with a fried egg in it. My BF got really mad and threw the egg toast at the cook, which made the cook come around from behind the bar and throw it back at him.
Hello?
I ended up sort of wrestling/fighting until my BF was like, "This is bullshit," and walked out. Nobody got hurt, but a few other people in there were watching and laughing a bit. This is the crazy part. My BF keeps going back and ordering eggs and getting into fistfights with the same cook. It's almost a ritual at this point. My BF orders ready eggs. The cook serves him some other version of eggs. Then they beat the shit out of each other. I quit going with him after the second fight, but he keeps going by himself. They're like Peter and the giant chicken from Family Guy. It's the weirdest thing. They physically fought like 6 or 7 times over this.
Oh my god.
I tried to talk to him about it a few times, but he keeps saying it's a matter of principle.
Hello?
I told him to talk to the manager or something like that, but he just waves me off. Apparently that cook hasn't yet made him the correct runny eggs, but it's like he spends the week learning new ways of preparing eggs to piss my boyfriend off. The thing is we're getting married this summer. He's accepted a job in a new city, and it'll be easy for him to find work after the wedding, so we'll be moving away from a sworn enemy Waffle House guy. He hasn't really been out since quarantine started, but it wouldn't surprise me if that's the first place he goes when restaurants open back up for sitting customers. But my main worry is the strange, vindictive side of him I've never seen before that leads him to fight the same guy every week. The violence itself is an issue for me, but the obsession over it almost bothers me more. Should I be worried about this side of him will come up later in our marriage? How do I get him to open up about this? Is this the type of obsession a choice, or is it indicative of something deeper?
Oh my god.
This is incredible.
This is an incredible tale.
OTP AU, where person A is the boyfriend and person B is the cook.
Oh my god.
What if he left her for the cook? I don't know.
To Wait for the Reddit update where that exact thing happens and everyone just loses their mind.
That's how I'd write it, but if it was a story, I'd have it come out that way. He's getting something from the chef that he's not getting in his relationship, which is physical violence, and
It's competitive.
yeah.
It's a matter of principle. I'm so sorry to like fucking put our podcast to a halt to read that, but
Oh, that was great.
We needed to hear it. It was important.
Very much enjoyed that.
I love the cook. I love the cook in this scenario. He's like, fuck you, you're not getting your runny eggs. I'm gonna learn more ways to cook eggs just to fuck with you. I'm gonna give you a quiche.
God, I
Wow.
fucking love that.
Amazing. I love
Dad.
stories.
Dad, are you alive? Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here. I was
Okay.
listening.
How long have we been
Just
doing the
Oh.
podcast for?
Well, it was 50 minutes. Now it's an hour.
How long are they normally? I don't know.
I like an hour, so I guess that would be the end of things.
I'm so sorry.
I mean,
But
you
It's
know,
okay.
Spectacular crescendo of events with the fucking Waffle House man.
I needed to hear it, so like it was important. We were going to talk about Azuken and Adventure Time. Do we still want to, or do we?
Let's cap it off with Adventure Time because that
Looks
that
good.
is exciting.
It looks
Sure.
good.
It
Yeah.
looks really good.
I'm very hyped
Yeah.
for
I
it.
love the variation of design. Like I've always loved
Yeah.
designs in Adventure Time, but like they've popped off even more now.
They look
Looks
really good.
beautiful. Like the backgrounds especially. They
Oh
be
my
hitting
god, the
different.
background.
Looks so good.
Very excited.
I love
for,
the bunny.
For where they take this, because it definitely was not going where I thought it would be. So I'm very curious.
Yeah.
I mean, that's usually Adventure Time does it, so I wouldn't have it any other way. Very
Yeah,
curious.
yeah. First I was like, oh, why are they making more? It ended so perfectly. But now seeing this, I'm like, oh, they know what they're doing. It's not going to be disappointing.
Yeah.
No.
Adventure Time was like a very important thing in young Claire growing up.
Me
Case in
too.
point, both Marceline and Marshall flicked on the fucking bisexual switch in my brain.
It's like that.
Ooh.
But also just like revealing what art can be. It doesn't have to be like a specific way. It can be like fucking anything, and shit
Yeah.
can be anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how
Beautiful
to
stuff.
describe it.
I feel what you're throwing down.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I feel like before that, is obviously cartoons go through different cycles, quote unquote, like general style. Like
Mhm.
in the mid 2000s, we had mid 2000s style, and then
Yeah.
art style. But it really changed the look of how cartoon could be.
Yeah.
It was one of the first to
Nothing-
do that.
Nothing really
Good
looked like
trendsetter.
it before it came out. So
Mhm.
Beautiful.
And the
stuff.
animation only got better
Yeah.
as it went on. Season 1 of Adventure Time was a little rough.
yeah, it's fine. I like things
I
a
like
little
it.
rough.
I like it, but it is a little rough.
When you're making something and then you learn how you're like, you get in the groove of making it, and then it'll get better over time. That's how it is.
Yeah, I mean that's how it was with Bob's Burgers as well. That's
It's how it is.
A
It's
lot
how
of
it-
shows.
It's how it is with my own work, because in Mega Man Sprite Game I didn't know how to code when I started making it, and then I learned how to code to make the bad ending, and the consequence of it is that most of the best stuff in the game a lot of people don't see because the bad ending puts them off. So
Oh.
and I think everything is the same. If you basically, what happens is you're making something, and then you learn you want to do something that you don't know how to do right now. You do it, and then it's like, oh my god, I can apply this to everything, and then it gets better.
I mean, to bring it back to Adventure Time, there's literally that one Jake quote that's like, sucking at something is the first step to being kind of good at something.
Yeah,
I wanted to make that like a yearbook quote in 8th grade, but the teacher said no because that would be like too vulgar.
That's rude. They should have
They
let
said the
you.
word suck.
Well, they're lame, dude.
I guess it makes sense, but like also like maybe it sounds like it was their problem. So
Absolutely.
Absolutely, positively.
Yeah, I think
With that,
on this podcast we can say suck as much as we want.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Suck!
To quote
Yeah,
Dust,
baby.
to quote Dustman from Mega Man 4, "Don't let me suck more than I can handle."
Is that a real quote from him?
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
yes, because he's a vacuum cleaner Mega Man boss.
I figured.
Let me find the actual quote. It was in a Brian David Gilbert video, and it's just stuck with me ever since. Oh God, it better be real. Oh yeah, it says don't let me suck more than I can.
Is it like a threat or a promise?
Well, the Japanese version is "It's too much. Don't make me inhale strange things," and then they translate, which is even stranger.
Hello? Wow.
What the fuck is this robot?
Yo, he's fucked up.
This makes me feel like ill.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
a little bit.
I think we should close off the podcast. I have been Casual Rad. Who are you people?
I have been Yugolimbo / Yugsley. I'm dabbing, but you cannot see it.
Mimo cement.
Yeah! Wake up! Welcome to real world. Who are you, Claire?
And
Are you
I
living-
have been Claire, my silly con.
All right. Everybody stay safe. Be sure to drink a lot of orange juice. We'll see you later. Bye!
Check this out.
Bye.
1, go.
Farewell,